Hey, Jackie Fabulous. I'm using the the arm reach thing for the first time. I haven't done an episode of Dick and Cookies in a while. First of all, I'm going to change the name to Men and Cookies because I'm trying to be less vulgar and I want to be more marketable. So even though we don't sit around with our girlfriends and say, he's being such a penis, we say he's being a dick, but I'm going to call it Men and Cookies. I just got back from Dayton, Ohio, off a plane and wired, and I should be asleep right now because I have shit to do in the morning. But I had a revelation. My mother's coming to visit for a week. She's not been to this part of California, this apartment, this part of my life here. It's a brand new day for her. So I was cleaning up last minute, and I had some thoughts, a revelation, and I wanted to share. Maybe it can help somebody. But really, I just been obsessing about some guys in my head because I guess I've been so busy, and when I get really busy, and I guess when I'm working, I'm horny. Is that TMI? I get horny-er when I work. I guess because you're paying your bills, the best I can for now, and you're consistently working and you're productive and you're busy, so I guess it gets the blood flowing and you feel like you might be a contributor to society in a positive way, and it makes you want to have sex. And you're not depressed, and you're not alone, and you're not home, and you're not bored. So my endorphins are in high gear when I work a lot and I want sex. Anyway, I was I blocked my first man from social media a few days ago. I blocked him from Facebook, all the Facebooks, Twitter, Instagram, and his cell phone number from my phone. He can't call me. I've been dating men for 30 plus years. I have never erased a dude. I had guys be erased because they died, but that's another episode. But I never erased a dude. Like, I need for you to not. And as a woman, and this to me is more, wow, hey, this to me is more of a guys do this to girls and more than gays, girls to girls, guys. This is something that happens between boys and girls, men and women. I blocked this dude, and the reality is you never know how a man is going to react when you block him on social media. You hope you block him and he just gives you the finger, keeps it moving, but in actuality, you never know, you might meet a guy that's like, no, this bitch did not block me. She must die. And my schedule was all online, so he could find me. So I assumed he'd just dismiss me and be like, well, fuck her. I don't like her anyway. But you got to be careful. You don't know how somebody's going to react when you literally block them from ever contacting you again. That's some gangster shit. And I should have done that with more than one guy in my life, but he was just weird. He wasn't a threat to me. He didn't threaten me. He wasn't hurtful or whatever. He was just weird. He showed interest, but it wasn't interest that I could recognize. That's the point of this episode. It's that maybe it's because it's 2019 and communication is different now, and texting and on the phone, and intimacy is either lacking or it's a different form now. Maybe it's because we don't recognize it anymore, old school, the way we used to. But my thing is, if you don't recognize interest in the way that you understand it, it's okay to stop. We get so accustomed to, and I'm not man bashing, this is my experience. I'm so accustomed to men telling me, well, I text you back. I called you back. I drove all the way out here. I came over, didn't I? I helped you, didn't I? I fixed that, didn't I? And in my mind, that's the bare minimum if you're at least friends. So why should I look at that action as well, yeah, he must be crazy about me. He texted me back in less than a half an hour. I mean, I'm not trying to say that you guys are all doing it wrong, but I think in the past, I have allowed too many instances to pass through me as passing when I'm still like, I don't understand. Like, if it was a math class, I'd be like, I need for you to go over that entire formula again, professor. I don't know what just happened. I need a tutor. I don't understand. I can't take the test. I don't understand. So what I'm saying is it's okay for you ladies to just move on if you don't understand what he's doing as interest or taking too long to figure it out. That's another point. If I didn't know what it felt like, I wouldn't be able to complain about not getting it and having a lack of it. It's because I've had 3 men in my life, probably 2. Honestly, it could just be really 1, but 1 to 3 show me definite and complete and absolute interest, where I knew what their intentions were in seconds. So I'm not saying give everybody that same leeway or that same stringent rule of, yeah, I gotta feel it right away, but don't give it so much time. I didn't in the past, and we dated for 2 of them dated for a decade. Some of them almost a decade. So I'm just saying, just because it ended doesn't mean it wasn't a good relationship. It was just over. It had its time period and then it ended. But I knew they wanted me. I had no question in my mind. And now these guys these days, they throw you a bone, for lack of a better term, and we have to just take the bone and be like, I think this is what it feels like when a boy likes you. But think back. You knew what it felt like when somebody liked you and they hollered. They came at you. They hollered at you. They got your number. They wanted to go out with you. You felt fireworks. You felt like you wanted to see them naked. You wanted to touch your skin accidentally and you get all shivers up your spine. You remember what it felt like. And I have of late been hanging out with guys, I guess, when I feel like it, and I'm like, I don't feel anything. Do I feel it? I don't feel anything. Do I feel it? Is that it? But I know what it feels like when the fireworks and when I'm around the guy, I'm like, I want it. Whatever he's selling, I want to buy it. So it's okay to not hang out with a guy if you don't recognize what they're doing as interest. If you don't feel it. If you can't decipher it, or if you got to spend time trying to decipher it, you got shit to do. I got a lot of shit to do. And if I didn't have anything to do, I don't want to use the time I do have on figuring out whether a guy likes me or not. I know what it feels like when they do. So it's okay to walk away. So to the guy that I had to block, I don't know what you were doing. You were fine as hell, but I don't got time.